Hi, Johnny. Um, Hi, Jolie. So we start by 5 minutes past 11 to accommodate everyone to log in on time so that we don't keep going back. Can you hear me, Jolie? Just let me know if I should get my. Should I forgot my microphone again? Please, can you hear me before I rush out to get my mic? Okay, so falling off this PC. Can you hear me, Jolie? Um, or do we need a mic? Or if you're on the call, let me know if you hear me. Okay, thank you. Good morning, Oge. So I can't pronounce your last name. Welcome. Oh, you're a savior. Yes, I've turned off those noises from my other PC. But you should be hearing only my voice now, right? The other PC just gives me heads up to see, the outputs so that I'll know when something is wrong immediately. Oh, Lima, you're always in time. You can do no wrong. Lima, you leave the 99 always. YouTube with their ads. Them is so annoying. Come on now. Waste some time. Okay, what's that? Okay. Share screen. Hi everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let's start so that we'll finish on time. Um, if you can hear me and see my screen, just put in yes. Boogles. If you can hear me and see my screen, please just put yes. Let me know that we can go. We can jump. I'm hoping that this class will just last for 2 hours today because we're not doing much. So we're only doing, thank you for, we're only doing, today we're going to be looking at pivot table or pivot table and visualization. So we're going to be looking at pivot table. So we're going to be doing this today. And for the visual, I have something better than this. I only did this because I felt it was beginners friendly, but I'm going to push for that to, have something better than this. So you can still do this if you want to, but I think we should go a little more, more broad than this visual looks very simple. So let's get right in. If you didn't join us for the last class, so I append if you scroll up to the comment section, around this comment section, you see data sets. So that data set covers what we did, where we stopped last week. So but you can still go back to you can still go back to hi Basi, my name is UD. Please, I prefer UD, thank you. um So I've attached the data set. So if you want to be, going alongside what I'm saying, download the data set now. We can just give you 2 minutes to download the data set so that as we're working, you can be, following us, doing the same thing on your PC. And also later on, you can go back to the part one, which we had last week Saturday. Today we are concluding with pivot table or pivot table and visualization. So let me just do the screen like this so that my face can come down and let's go. So if you have any question, you can put it on the chat box or in the group chat. I would respond to it as soon as I see it. And that's it. So we've already done our cleaning and we've already used our XLOOKUP and our index match to merge our data. So we'll be doing the pivot table, or don't mind me. I wanted to say English is hard, but I've said on this today I'm not going to say English is hard. So we're doing our pivots from the sales sheets, which is where we combine all our sheets together. Like I said, everything is there on the new data sets that are appended. So if you want to know how to combine your data sets using XLOOKUP or index match, please endeavor to go back to last class. Thank you. Can we move ahead? If I'm not, the screen is not very visible. Do you want me to increase the fonts? Is it better now? So I've increased it to 170. Is it better now? Can you see now? Because you can't see my screen, so what's the point? So let me know if you can see my screen. Is it better now? Okay, thank you, Maria. Maria said the font is much better. So let's start. Like I said, before I start anything, you give honor to whom honor is due. Father in heaven, we thank you. Thank you for today. Thank you for this class. Father, we say that you take control in Jesus' name. Let me explain to the extent you'll be able to understand. In Jesus' name, amen. So let's start. So pivot table. So let's start. So for you to start with pivots, so you go to insert. Is that visible enough? Yes. You go to insert and you go to pivot table. Now, when you select pivot table, it brings up this. So I went to insert, I went to pivot table. You see your pivot table. My mouse is on it by the left hand corner of your screen. And when you put in pivot table, there are some echoes with the volume. Um, Let me see. I think the echo might be coming from my other PC. Just hold on. Let me see. Anyone hearing some echoes? Maria said that there's some echoes. Are you still getting the echoes? Please, are you still getting the echoes? Your screen is not clear. Wow. Why is my screen not? Please, if you can see my screen well, please let me know because from here I have my piece, my second PC, and everything looks fine. Um, I don't know. Okay, Mohammed Sash, go ahead. So okay, if you click on if you go to inserts, so what I did was I went to the sales. So we're working with the sales sheet. So you go to your sales sheet down below here. I think my face might be covering it. Your sales sheet is the first sheet by your left. So when you go to your sales sheet, you go to insert. Your insert is after home on the top corner. After home is the first on the left, and insert is the second. Go to insert and you go to pivot table. And on when you click on the pivot table, so it brings up this pivot table dialog box. And when that comes up, okay, thank you, Fon. And when that comes up, it will give you, first of all, you see table range. On the table range, you notice that you have something like sales A1 to Z. So what does that mean? It means that my table started from A up to Z. So if your pivot table does not pick this, please do it again. So it has to pick the entire table. That's the logic behind it. So the next, it will actually choose where you want your pivot table to be placed. I want it on a new sheet. A new sheet means that it's going to come down to the tab here. It's going to come down to the tab here and create a new sheet for like, I want to start a new project on a new sheet. So if you want it on the existing, which is not advisable, you can pick this one. You can pick the existing sheet. So we're going with new sheets today and we click OK. So as you can see, it has created sheet 1 and this is our pivot table. So next we are going to be answering I created some questions for pivot table. If you look at the Excel sheet, you go to questions and you see pivot questions. So for my first pivot question, I said sales. The first question is sales and profits across the years. Sales and profits across the years. So this is what we're trying to achieve. So are we going? Where's pivots now? So this is what we want to achieve. We want to achieve this small table here. So this is sales and profits across the years. So this is sales. So it means that we have only for 4 years, and we're going to be looking at the sales and profits for each year. So go back to our Excel, and first of all, we have to name. So first of all, we have to name our Excel sheet as pivots. Please always name your sheet so that you'll be able to differentiate them, so that you don't have pivots sheets one, and all that. So we are going to bring in our. So first of all, we're going to bring in our ears across board. So these are year. So next, we're going to bring in sales and profits. So you can decide which one you want to bring first. So let's bring our sales first. And let's bring our profits next. Where's the profit? Okay, let me increase this one so that I can see what I'm doing. I think that's better. So next, we're going to bring in our profits in. It's clear from my end. Okay. Thank you, Basi. So this is our question 1 right now, but we need to format it. You see how this one was, where I have comma and all those things and all these headings. So we must format, we have to format it, and we have to label our pivots. So the good thing about that label is when you're doing when you're connecting the pivot together to your slicer, you're able to pick the names. So for you to label your pivot table, let's go um, pivot analysis. If you look up here, you see pivot table name, you see pivot one. So on, you can just remove the pivot table one and you label it the way you want it. So this my table is called what should we call it? Year sales and profits. Year sales or year sales profits. Then to format this, you can highlight it from here and just go to home and put a comma if you want to, or you can format it from the sales sheet. I'm checking if there are questions. Or you can format it from the sales sheet. So now we've done this. You can also come here and remove this sum. So if you're sending this to someone, it's not advisable. So just leave it as sales and profit. So you can just click inside this box and remove the sum off and just leave it on sales. So it wants to, I don't want to rename this sheet. Or it's telling me that field name already exists because I have sales somewhere. So I can just put sales with double S and it takes that. Then this one I can leave it with profits. Just put double T. So it's picking why it gave me an error is because it's picking the column header on the sales sheets. So we already have sales here. So both of them are clashing. So that's why I added another S here just to differentiate them. So let me just see if I can align this so that it will look more presentable. You can decide to reduce the font or leave it. But for the purpose, hi Ronnie, welcome. But for the purpose of this class, let's leave the font like this so that we can all see it. What I like my fonts very tiny. So we are through with the first one. Let's see what we did. So this is what we have. And next we are going to put a header through here. So profit and sales over the years. I can just copy it out, but the first one, let me just show you how to do it. Then you can decide, you can be copying it as well, moving ahead. So I'm going to type in this first box, profit and sales over the years. Profit and sales over the years. It's always advisable you spell out everything you're doing because the person that you're sending the report to might not really understand if you just put profit and sales. So just take the person receiving this report as a novice. So always explain your sheets to the barest minimum. So I'm going to just merge this cell to cut across this. Last week I showed you how to do the formatting. So instead of me filling it with a particular color, I'll just stick to my color here. So I go here and I pick, I format paint, I pick that color and move ahead to here and I put it in. So as you can see, this is our first table on our pivot table, our first pivot table. So what I did here is just to put in title to this table. So because on the visualization, we are going to put an icon which will take people back to our pivot table. Let me show you what I mean. So here I have my visualization. On this visualization, I have pivot table. So this is my pivot table icon here. So there's no need someone start clicking on your tabs down here. Meanwhile, they can just click on that P and it takes them to the pivot table and they'll just go back to visualization. They don't need to come to the sheet and start clicking which sheet does what. So every icon here represents your sheet. So it's easy for someone to go to the main reports and look at it. Like now, I think this is okay, this is my analysis. So from the analysis, I can always go back to from the analysis, I can always go back to my visual. So that is why it's good to put the title of the header. So you're not only sending visualization, you're also attaching your reports to your analysis and to your pivot table so that people understand better. So that is why the headings are, is it headings I'm going to call it, or the titles are important. So let's move ahead faster, faster, faster. So next question, we are looking at top 5 products that made the most profits. Top 5 products that made the most profits. So this one is super easy also. We go back to our pivots. So instead of you going back to insert pivot table, you copy out this first one because we're working smart, right? So who likes stress? Nobody likes stress. So you copy out, okay, let me just copy. Let's copy this one first. You copy this pivot table, you paste it here. So now we've pasted it, we can undo everything we've done before so that we can bring in the new question. So this is our new pivot table, and our question is top 5 products that made the most profit. So we're bringing in products and we're bringing in profits into the pivot table. So we bring in products first. So let's work with product ID. So bring in products first and we bring in profits. So this is profits. So for us to filter which one is the, come on, go away. For us to filter which one is the top 5 products. So let me see if I can do it from here. Show value. Just a minute, let's look for it. So let's filter top 10. So you can do bottom 10 or you can do top 10. You can, bottom 10 is the ones that lost the most, but now we are doing top 10. So our top 10 is top 10 items and we are sorting it by profits. So we go okay. So these are the ones that made the most profit. These are the items that made the most profit. You can make your own top 7 or top 5 or top, you just come back here. So you come to the label. I think I didn't say that. You come to the label or the drop down here. You click on value filter and you go top 10. So on this top 10 here, you can decide to edit it the way you want. You can make it top 5 or top 7 or top 2. But let's just leave it at top 10. If it doesn't look well on the chart, we'll come back to reduce it to maybe top 7. So for now, let's leave it that way. And let's see if we can I sort this from here? Let's see if we can sort this by profits. Sort, more sort by descending, right? So we're sorting by descending, but we're not sorting by product ID, we're sorting by profits. So we click OK. So now we've sorted by profit. Please, did you get what I did there? So now we've sorted by profit. So this advanced copier is the most is the product that made the most profit. Then, like I said, please don't leave your pivot table on sum of profits. No, always edit this text here to just profits or sales profits or something. But it's advisable you always edit there. So let me just put S there. So that please, did you get what I just did now on the second one? Are we in line? Ronnie Crown. Let me see from here. Vasi, please, did you get what I did? Please, I just did a yes. I know most people here are intermediate, so this one should be Should just be a walkthrough. Should I continue? Okay, Mustafa said good. Okay, so let's continue. So now we have products that that performed well, which was our second question. We put in a header and we also label this pivot table. So to label your pivot table, just click anywhere on the pivot so that the system will know that you're talking about this pivot. And you go to pivot analysis, and as you can see, it's showing you table 2. So we want to just label. You can leave, it's not compulsory you label your own, but to make it, when you are using it for a slicer, you want to connect it, you want to know what you're connecting. So you have to label it. If not, you can just leave it. If you are Odogma Ezel, you can leave it. I'm drinking water early today. What is happening? Mm. Mm. So let's rename our pivots to what do we label this one? We did product ID profits here. So we can do ID or products profits, PP. Products profits. Then we can attach a heading to here. I don't know where this one is hiding to. So let's just copy this. So once you do heading for one, there's no need for you to start retyping headings again. Just copy. We're working smart. Copy and paste. I don't know who sent this one message. So for this one that is extended, let's undo the fill here. No fill. Remove the fill there. And we rename this as what do we name this as now? Products with most sales, or top 10 products. What did I use there? Top 10 product that made English is hard. Let me see what I used there. 1 minute. So here I used as you can see, I even did top 7 products. So I can say top, let's go with top 10 products. Top 10 products. Top 10 products by profits. Because it can also be by sales. So top 10 products by profits, when you do that, you merge the cell again. So that is for that. We're done with that. With the second question, like I said, today is very fast. So the next one, like I said before, you don't have to start doing insert pivot again. Just copy the other table and paste it below. Copy, paste, and let's look at the questions. So the next one is bottom 5. Oh, is even top 5 products. But let's leave it. We can always edit it later. So the next one is bottom 5 products. We can make it bottom 10 products with the least profit since we are doing 10-10. That means there's no need to copy this one. We can leave this table and just use this one. Let's use this one since we're doing the same thing. Copy and we just paste here. No. So I copy that again. Then I paste. We want to do bottom 10. So there's no need for us to start using this other table. With this table, we can get the bottom 10 by just filtering. So you come back here that you picked the top 10 earlier on, remember? So we go in here, we go to top 10. Please, if I'm too fast, please let me know. You go to the top 10, and where you see top here, you click on the drop down and you pick bottom. We're dealing with 10 and we are dealing with the items. Items are the product ID, and we are doing this by profits. So you click OK. As you can see, some products made some losses. That's why you're having minus. So now we have our bottom 10. Once we have our bottom 10, it's very easy. Just copy the title up here Always work smart. You don't have to type everything all over again. And you paste. So once you paste that, we can say bottom 10 products. Um, Bottom 10 products. Those are products that didn't do well, that we made losses. Probably they were damaged, they expired, they had to be thrown out, and all those things. So we made losses on this product. So the next question. Remember, we've not used this table yet. So hopefully, the next question we use a table. So the next question is profits across regions. So we want to see what each region are doing. Let's see. So let's say there is an award that is going to go to to the region that made the most profits. So that is what they want to say, profit across region. And how does your profit across region look like? This is it. So this is what I did in profit across region. I think I did, it's supposed to be in 2017. Okay, I didn't specify. So it's supposed to be profit across region in 2017. I picked 2017. Okay, most of them are in 2017. Okay. I did 2017 because our analysis was in 2017. So that it will go along with the story. So I'll just quickly add year to this top and top here, and also add year to the profit across region. So I should let me quickly edit those questions. Where am I? Okay, I'm here. So for this one, I'll just include 2017 so that it will tally with the analysis we did. The analysis we did, we focused on 2017. So our pivot table, let's also focus on 2017 instead of doing for all the years. So I'll just come here. So this is profit across region for 2017. So I'll just take out the sales and everything that was attached to this table earlier on. We'll take it out. And this is profit across region. First of all, let's pick the year. So you scroll down to the year, you bring the year to the filter. So that's our year. Then next, I will bring in the region on the row. And next, I will bring in profits. Profits, where are you? So next, I'll bring in profits on the values. So this is profits across the region in all the years. So I think our years from 2014 to 2017, but we only focused on 2017. So that is why I put in the filter on top. So you can come to the year and filter just 2017. So when you filter 2017, as you can see, we only have the numbers of Hi Ali. Thank you. So when you filter across 2017, as you can see, the number that we had earlier, the number now is now reduced. So it is advisable here to filter, to sort in descending order so that you know your top region. So to sort now, we go. I don't know why English is always hard for me. I mean, should I speak in Ibibio? So to filter now, we go to row. We go to this row label, click on the drop down there, and you go more sort options. On the more sort options, you see ascending and descending. So we'll go to the descending. So, but we don't want to descend by region. If we are descending by region, it will descend by the alphabet. We want to descend by the number. So we click on the drop down, you see sum of profits, and you click OK. So as you can see, the West are doing more, and our list in terms of the region is the central. So then we just do the normal editing, removing the sum of. You can decide to leave all the sum of, but if you are presenting this sheets, let me see if this profit will answer me. No, it's not showing. If you are presenting this sheet, please always make it more friendly. So I put in the profit and I align it to the middle, and there is no other formatting that needs apart from a header. So these two are very close. If I put in, so let me just cut this and put it down so that I can be able to put a header there. Okay, it's refusing to cut, so we'll just put the header there like that. So for the header, I just copy out this top, but there's no need for me to be doing. So let me just copy out let me just copy out this top here. I'm not lazy, just like I like working smart. So since I've already written the headers, so I'll just copy them across instead of retyping them all over. I don't know what happened there. So I copy, then I go to my other sheet and I paste. So this is profits over the region. So this is the profits made in 2017 on this region. Like I said in the last class, this NA means that these were free issue, or these were promotional items and stuff like that. So you can't really put it alongside any region. So it doesn't it doesn't um it doesn't accumulate for other regions. So it's a standalone. So, like I said, you would have changed this LA to unknown or in-house or free issue or promotional items and all that, but we left ours as NA. So not applicable means that's the meaning of NA, not applicable. So now we have profit over, okay, like I said, this one we need to put 2017, right? And we've not labeled this pivot and this pivot. So I will quickly label I'll quickly put in 2017 for this one and this one. So to put in 2017, you just go over, let me take out this search. You just bring in your year to the filter. So you put in the year in the filter. On the year, you select 2017. So now we have products for 2017. Then for this one, the same thing. You bring in the year down, because our focus point is on 2017. So we're assuming 2017 is a current year, assuming 2017 is 2024 or 2023. So we pick 2017. If you are doing analysis for multiple years, the option is that you can say select multiple items. So we're only doing analysis for the current year, assuming it's 2017. So these are top products for 2017 and our bottom products for 2017. So I think we're done for this one. So we'll go over to the next question. Let me quickly check the group chat if there's any question. Hi, Praise. Praise said you can't connect, that his network is bad. You can always watch the replay. So the next one is top sales manager, top sales reps, and top sales manager. So we have top sales reps. Definitely they want to recognize the sales rep that are doing well now, right? And the ones that are not doing well to know how to, bring fire and brimstone to them. So this is what I did for the top sales manager. And okay. So top sales manager and top sales, I didn't title it properly. So one is top sales rep, and top sales manager. You don't confuse yourself. So how are we doing it? How did I do that? I think I did it based on profits. Um, okay, I did this based on sales and based on sales. Okay. So you can decide to do it based on profits. or based on sales? Since we're working with profit, I think we should do it based on profit, right? So let's do this based on profit. So let's go back to our pivot table. Just copy any of the table across. Just copy any of the table that you want to use. So I want to use this one. There's no need for you to start pivot table all over again. So just copy and paste and you're good to go. So I insert this. So we are looking at top sales. Or let me insert it by the side. Let me control Z that. Let me insert it by the side, please. Because instead of scrolling all the way up, then I have to take it from the top. Or let me just take this one. Copy. Why I didn't take this one, because this text is in between the pivot table. So this one is more organized. So for this one, we take out what we already have. I take out profit and I take out region and I take out here. We are doing top sales rep. Top sales rep for 2017. So I bring in the year first, then I bring in the rep on the row, then I bring in should we bring in profits? Let's just bring in profit. Then I bring in profits. So if you're working in a place, they will let you know what they want to see. They might just tell you to do a report. Oh, we want to recognize our sales rep. Could you pull out a report that want to see our top sales rep, maybe by the profits or by the sales? Most times it's always by the sales, because the sales rep can't really they don't manage the profit, but they manage the sales and the quantity of sales. Do you understand? So let's do by sales, because profit is fixed on the product by the company. So, but sometimes we might give you a target to bring in 10 million. Okay, we wanted to generate 10 million. Then the sales rep will now sit down and calculate which products can make up to that amount. But let's just use sales, since since that will be their force or their push. So let's put in sales. So for the sales, we're looking at the top 10. So for us to filter for top 10, you go to the row. So first of all, filter by 2017. We're working with current year 2017. Click OK. So these are the sales by sales rep for 2017. Then you go to row label, that icon by the row label. You click on it to filter. For it to filter, we are filtering by value. So value filters, you come down, top 10. We're doing top 10 by sales, right? So it's okay. So these are our sales rep. So when you're done with this, you sort it so that you can know who the top is. So we are going to sort it. Instead of using sort A, sort Z, you go to more options, more sort options. And on the more sort options, we're looking at descending order, because here you have ascending and descending. So we click on descending. On the descending, we're not sorting by sales rep. We want to sort by the amount they're bringing on board. So then we pick sum of sales and we click OK. Let me just quickly edit this my sum of sales here. Sum of sales field already exists. So sum of sales and is in the middle. So this is our top 10 sales rep. These are our top 10 sales rep for 2017. So we look for, let me look for a short header. So look for short header. So since I already have header, there's no need to copy. Let me just copy from my other sheets. So here I did top sales rep by region. Should we add region so that you can know who is doing well for each region? So let's just put in region so that it will make it look more presentable. I know who is who. So let me bring in region. Where will our region be? Our region should be in our column. So I have here in filter, I have region in columns. On the rows, I have sales rep, and what we are sorting them by sales is in the value. So this is can I sort this? Okay, it's already sorted. So as you can see, organic did the most, and we can see which region what each for what's the English now? We can see who did most for each region. So um, Stella did well. She did better in the East. So for Jimmy, so like their sales rep, but they manage each region according to the data. Like I said, this data was gotten online, but most of the time, sales reps are attached just to one location. So you can't have sales rep as in charge of East, especially if you're in Nigeria. You won't be able to have sales rep that is in charge of East and also in charge of West. I won't drive them. You know, they're possible. Let me check on that. But for the purpose of this training, as you can see, this is split. So if you don't want the split like this, you can take out the region so that you just have what each person did. But for this purpose, you can still see what each person, the overall, the sum by each sales rep. So when you're done with this, you put in your title. You just copy the header from here and put here. But I'm going to copy mine from the other sheets that I did. We're working smart. That's the beauty part of being a sales analyst. Once you do something once, you don't have to do it all over again. So I still need to spread it across here. So I just extend that, iron merge and merge again. And those are top sales rep in 2017. I'll just put 2017 in front. 2017 top sales rep because we're telling a story. So 2017 top sales rep, we're going to do the same thing for the managers. So for the managers, it's the same format. Let's just copy everything that we have here and paste it down. So instead of having sales rep, we're going to have sales managers. So we'll take out the sales reps and sales manager. So this is the sales manager. So as you can see, this is not sorted. So let's sort it. So sort it, go back to our role label, value, filter. Okay. To sort it, we go back to sort options, more sort options, and we sort by descending. We're not sorting by sales team manager. Let's sort by grand total. Oh, okay, let's sort by sales, and we click OK. So now we've sorted. Our organic is still heading, and for when you look below here, you can see that the sales, the most sales came from West, which also tallied with what we did. And the most sales manager that did well is organic. We don't know what organic means, but Alicia did also very well with 89,000. So you just edit your top here and put in manager. So 2017 top 10 sales managers. I think let's see if we're done with the question. So let me quickly go back and title all the tables. So to title the table, like I said earlier, just click any of them so that the system will know which one you want to title. Go to pivot analyze. Before pivot analyze is up here, and you can see I have table 6. So I'll just put replace this table 6 with sales managers. Sales managers. I tap enter. Then I go to the next one. I click inside, go to pivot analyze. I have table 5. So I'll do this sales reps. I tap enter. So I check for other tables if I've labeled them accordingly. So this is showing table 3. I change this to um region profit region, or profits by region, profits. Okay, it's top 5 managers. Okay, profits. I'm coming. I'll check it in phone. Profits by region. The font side is top 5 man. Let's see. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Let's see. Did I pick 10? So let's confirm how many sales managers we have first. Probably we don't have up to 10. So this is our sales sheet now. These are the sales managers. So let me just take this out and confirm how many sales managers we have. Um, so let me remove duplicates on this and confirm that. So we only have 5 sales managers. So that is why it's giving us just 5, even if we wrote 10. So we can just edit it to say top 5 managers. Thank you, Fon, for pointing that out. So I go back to the pivots, and so the system will not give you what it doesn't have. So we just edit our heading to make it align with what the system is giving. So top 5 managers. Even the sales rep. Let's confirm how many sales rep that we have. How many do we have here? Our count is 10. So we have 10 here. So let's just confirm how many reps we have in total. Should we let's filter that also? Duplicate. So for this one, we have 14 sales reps. So that is why it gives us top 10. So we are good to go. So let's just continue labeling our pivot tables. So this is done here, profit sales. This is profit by region. This is products profits, profit by products. Okay, we didn't label this bottom profit products. So this is bottom profit. So I'll just do it as bottom profits. The next one, did we label this one? Yes, sales managers. Next one, these are sales reps. Yes. So let's continue with that question. Let's see if there are more questions for us. So we've done this, but we also need to do our column numbers. Like, what do I mean by column numbers? And where's the analysis again? So we have to do for this one's total sales, total profits, number of customers, top customer. Like I said, I want to change this. We're not going to be doing this visualization because I feel it's easy. So we're going to do something else. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. If you want us to can we go ahead? Can we do this visual? Do you guys like this visual, or we should change it? I feel this visual is very simple. Should we change this visual? But before we go into visual, let's just continue. So let's do total sales, total profits, number of customer, and total and top customer, which is what we have here. So this is total sales, total profits, number of customer, and this is our top customer. So we're going to do these 4 things now very fast. So I go back to this sheet here. So let me copy this one out. This is what we're going to be using. Copy, paste. So we are working with 2017. So I'm only going to be, I'll leave the filter for 2017. So change this one to, since we're already on profits, I can leave the profits. So we'll leave the profits. So I do the same thing for total sales. Copy, then paste. Then for this one, I change it to sales, or I can just leave it at total sales since we already have profits and years over the years. So let me take out the year and let's just have profits and sales so that we have total sales all together. So I take out the years. So that's giving me profits, total profits. So I did this to say total profits. And this one, I take out the profits, I bring in sales, and I take out the year. So this gives me total sales. And next is total customers. So I copy the same thing, copy, paste, and this will give me count of customer, like the total customers that we have. So I take out the sales, I bring in customer ID because customer ID is unique. So we have 997 customers. Then what again? Customer that did the most sales, right? So I copy this, uh, I paste it here. Customer with the most sales. Let me check if I have question quickly. Okay. Hi Joe. Joe says watching from Facebook. Welcome, Joe. Your name sounds familiar. Sounds like a BGS name. So so let me minimize this. So want to do the next, what I want to do, top customer, top customer now. So we're going to, instead of using an ID, let's use name for our top customer. So we take out the customer ID, we bring in customer name. Where is that customer name now? So bring in the customer name to the row, and we bring should we, let's do sales instead of profits. Customer with the most sales. So we'll bring in the sales value. On the sales value, we're going to filter by top one. So instead of top 10, we're going to be having top one. So say okay. So this is our top customer now. And now let's label our this four things. So this is our call out, what do you call it? Call out stuff, our headers. So here I title it as total profits. Total profits. Then here is total sales. Total sales, and here is number of customers. Yes, here is number of customers. Number of customers. So some people can just put no number of customers, but I like spelling out my stuffs. Okay, can't merge. So but we already know what it is. It can't merge because it's obstructed somewhere. So here is customer with most sales. So you can just leave here and put it as a header. So let's copy this header here, copy and paste, and just put customer with most sales. Top customer. top customer by sales. So remove this. Sorry, just a minute. Of my other piece. So that's it. Then okay, the name already exists. I know. So I don't know. So then we title our pivot table because they're also pivot table. So just for you to know it better. So this pivot table 7, what is this? We can just put this as total profits. So this total profit is from 2014 to 2017. This is total profit, and this one is total sales. So once you just type it, just put enter, type enter, total sales. And the next one is number of customers. I'll just put customers, just customers. And the next one is top customer. So customer. So I think we're ready. We are ready for, so if you want to change this to tally um with the other format like this color, you can just click any I can just click any one I want to use. Like now I want to use the same format. I want to use this color and everything about this box. So I click on it, I go to format and I put it here. So it gives me total profits there. I do the same thing. I go to format painter and I pick that. So you can see. So we have uniform stuff now. So we are ready for our visualization. Can I go ahead? We're done with pivots right now. Hi, Oluchi. What's up? So can I go ahead? We're done with pivots or pivots. We want to go into our last segment for this tutorial, which is visualization. Can I move ahead? Please don't forget to like and share this video. That's the only thing you can pay me for this tutorial. Can I move ahead? Can we move ahead? Should we forge ahead? Am I talking to myself? Nobody's responding any longer. Can I move ahead? Do we understand the pivot table? Let me check the group chat. Uma just joined us today. Welcome, Uma. Can we move ahead? I'll start calling names. So, should we go ahead? Are we lost? Was I too fast? I'm looking at my two chat box. Okay, phone side here. Okay, let me just continue. So let's continue to our visualization. Okay, thank you, Phone. So on the visualization, so sometimes you have to play around your visuals. So let me close this. Sometimes you have to play around your visuals. So let me just bring out all the charts, then transport it to a new sheet. But we'll start bringing out all the charts first. So for if you're dealing with years, it's always advisable you do a line chart. So for the charts, okay, Maria says totally lost. Maria, when you have questions during the week, at least the group will be open for the next 2 weeks before I dissolve it. So within the 2 weeks, you can ask all your questions. So we're dealing with year in this first one. So it's always advisable for the year you use a line charts for your year. So how do you bring in charts? If we're used to Power BI is very easy. You'll have all your charts on the right hand corner. But in Excel, all your charts are in insert. So when you go to insert, these are all the charts you can use. So you won't have a pivot chart and all those things. But we're going to be doing our charts one after the other. So for this one, you can just highlight. Okay, let me try highlight. Most of the time, I just highlight from here, and you highlight where you want how you want your chart to be. So I don't usually like my chart to include grand total. It's not advisable. They just want to see the trend of profits and sales over the years. So highlight your years and your profits, and you go to insert and you look for line charts or line graph. So this is where is my line now? This is combo chart. See, I can't even find my line. This is column charts. Just a minute, let me find that line. Okay, this is line. So this is my line. Should I some people might say line graph, some people might say line chart. So this is my line chart. So, but let me try something. Let me pick from the top and see how it will come out. Okay, still the same thing. So let me pick from here. So this is how my first line is. As you can see, this is what do you call this thing again? These are the legends. So for the sales, we noticed that there was drop in sales in 2015, but in terms of profit, there was no drop in profit. And from 2015, we noticed that as the sales was increasing, the profit was also increasing. So just bring out all your charts first. Then you can, when you take it over to the other side, you can edit it the way you want it. So I'm going to bring in out all the charts. So for the sales and profits, because it's based on year, I'm going to be using line charts. So I take that. I let me create. Let's create a new sheet first, so that will be it doesn't muster up everywhere. So on this new sheet, I'm going to call it visualization. Then I go back to pivots. Then on this first one, I cut it. Then I go to my visual sheet. I paste it there. So as you're making your charts, you'll be bringing them here to store them, because this is what we're going to do our visualization. So we go back. So this sales and profits done. Next, you can do for the years. So for this one, let me just pick this. Without the grand total, please don't pick your grand total, it's not advisable. So I'm going to do top 10 products by profit next. Then I go to insert. On the insert, you can look for the one that best describe. For this one, it would be good if I use a column. So columns are majorly upward, and bar charts are like how let me show you the difference. I might not know the right English to use for it, but let me show you the difference. So for your column chart, this is how your column chart comes out, like everything on the base. But if you want to do this as um, a line chart, so let me just delete this off. Sorry, not line chart, as a bar chart. What am I saying? So this is what? This is tree. Dear says, where's the line chart? Okay, both of them are in the same place. Okay. So this is bar chart. As you can see, both of them they're doing the same thing, but it depends on how you want the output to look like. So this is bar chart and this is column charts. So most of the time I like column charts more. It depends on your preference. So as you can see the line chart, don't mind that it's tiny. You can still expand it. So I think we're going to do some column charts and some bar charts so that you see how it will come out. For this one, let's use yes, let's use column charts for this one, and we'll just cut that and take it to our visual sheet. Let's work faster so that I was going to show the LinkedIn stuff. The next same thing for our bottom profit. You highlight it, then you go to insert, you put in your column. So remember, this is our bottom, right? So everything is going to be down because it was on negative. They had negative profit. So don't let the charts confuse you because it's negative, so it's below zero. So we can decide to use that or use this. Let's use the column looks better. Let's copy that. Sorry, let's cut that. You can use your keyboard to cut, Control Z to make it faster. Then next we are going to be doing this one. What's this one? Top sales rep. My screen is frozen. Please, can you see my screen? Maria said my screen is frozen. Please, can you see my screen before I continue? Let me just. Please, can you see my screen? Okay, Basi said yes. Okay. So I highlight the top sales rep and I go to insert and I go to for the why do I always pick the stream up? For this one, we can decide to use let's see which one would go better. Okay. There are so for this one, let me use like I said, I love column charts. I don't know why I'm sticking with this column chart, but let's see how it goes. So let's go with the column chart for the sales rep. I cut it, I take it to visual. Then next we can, it's not a must. Sometimes when you're arranging your visual, you can now decide, oh, I don't like how this is looking. You go back and readjust it. So it's not like it's you must follow this pattern. Some people can start arranging it from the beginning, but I like bringing all my stuff together, then I arrange it the way I want it. It is like when you are cooking food, you have all your ingredients, then you start making the food. So it's faster and easier that way than you going to fetch something every time you need it. So that's why I'm cutting it. I'm like generating the chart first, then I'll put them together later on. So you might want to do it maybe one by one. Start doing the major visual. Start organizing, designing your visual, then be bringing it the charts as when needed. So next is top 5 sales managers. I just highlight that and go to insert and go to um this. So we pick that and we cut it, we take it back to visual, we paste that. So next, are we done? I think we are done apart from the callouts. So for now, we are done apart from the callouts. Please watch closely. So what I had in mind for the visual was this, was um uh was this visualization, but I want to tweak it a bit if you permit me. So I'm going to bring in all these callouts to the bar here. So let's go. Your design can be anything, your color can be anything, as far as you tell the story. That's the major thing. So for the visual, I am going to start here by designing my visual. So I'm going to bring in what shape do I bring in now? So I'm going to be using this shape mostly. So this will be my theme shape. Thank you, Ma. So this will be my theme shape. Let me see what I use in the other one. Okay, I use the same thing. So this will be my theme shape. On the theme shape, I will have all my callouts here. So I'm going to insert a text here. Sorry, I'm changing this visual a bit. I just felt that it should do something, something that is worth sharing, you know. So I'm going to bring in the text box. Um, so since I didn't prepare for this visual, I'm going to be doing some try and errors, if it permits me. But it still works the same way. So for this visual, this first one is going to be our total sales. So when you're doing your visual, don't just type your total sales, make it dynamic so that whatever changes on your table also changes here. I'm going to show you what I'm saying. So I come here. So this is my text box. I just put equal to, and I go to, sometimes it might not go, but let's see if this one will follow me today. Then I tap enter. So it's telling me preference not, uh, just 1 minute. So let me bring this here, equals to pivot. We're doing total sales first. So this is our total sales. So I come here on this text box, I put in equal to, so it might not work. So I put in equal to from here and I pick it here. I tap enter. So this is it. This is our number. So this is total sales. Then if you decide to type below, which I don't advise, so let me just increase that font. I think it's bigger now. Yeah. Then bring it here. So let me just increase this font a bit. So for this font, I have 20. Then I format this text. So you can't do anything here. You have to go to where you brought this number in. So you go here, you format the text. And when you format that text, it shows here. Then I just do this. Then you just right click. So I want to blend it into this color. So I'm going to remove this color, this white background, so you only be seeing numbers. So for the total sales, we can decide to put dollar sign in front, which is advisable. So you come here, no, you go to the pivot table, total sales, let's put dollar sign in front of our total sales. Mine is giving me naira. I don't want naira. I don't know why naira is following me up and down. Yeah, naira, we know the. So I come to accounting, I pick dollar. My dollar should be American dollar. Said okay. So as you can see now, I have on the pivot table, I have dollar sign because I want it to show dollar sign in my visualization. So when they say total sales, I want them to know where the currency of the total sales and also for the total profit. So for my total profit, I do the same thing. So you just click inside the box and you go to, I could easily pick from here, but because the currency here is showing So that is why I go to more number formats. So on the not from the more number formats, I go to accounting, then symbol, then I look for English, um, dollar, United States. Your own can be naira, but I jump past naira. It's either pounds or nothing, or pounds and dollars. So when you've done that, you you go back to where were we? To your visualization, and let me try and refresh it if it's going to pick. So to refresh it, we'll go to data and refresh. If it doesn't pick, then we'll manually put it. So it's not picking it. So we can do, that means we can do the currency from here straight up instead of going via the table. So I wanted to see if we do it from the table is going to affect it. So we can do it from here straight up. We'll just pick United States and it reflects there and it's reflecting here. So to remove this white background, right click on it. On the top here, you see fill outline. So for the fill, you say no fill, and you can remove the outline, no outline. Then the text, you can make it white and make it bold. And then you add another text box below. Insert, you want to add another text box that will say total sales. Enlarge it to your preference on how you want it. So because we text inside this box now, can easily. So for the sales, I will make it black, dark color, then no fill, then remove the borders too. Now where's that border color? So before I remove this border color, let me adjust it well. So let's remove the border, the outline, no outline. So now we have total sales. We do the same thing for total profits, number of customers and all that. We might still come back to reduce here a bit, but let's see. I think that's better. So we have total sales here. So next we are just going to bring in the other numbers. Total profit, number of customers. So I'm going to be fast in those ones. So equals number of profit, put a comma there, dollar sign. So that is that. Then I just, same thing we did. You can just copy that box, paste it, bring it down. We're working smart, so you don't have to do it for everything. So I change this to 14 to 8. So why I pick 14? Because we're already on column AF. So this is AF13. So I change to AF14 to pick the number below. If you're in the last class, should have been a genius on that. So to form, let me see if I can pick the formatting on this and put this perfect. Then the next one, I just copy. Like I said, that's why data analysis is sweet. Once you do something for one, you don't have to do for the other ones also. So I pick that, I put it underneath here. I can call this is total profits. Total profits. Okay. So this is total profits. When we are done, we can arrange it the way, arrange it better, but let's bring everything in. Number of customers next. So come here and put equal number of customers. Number of customers doesn't need it doesn't need dollar. So it's a count of numbers. So we have over 9,000, almost 10,000 customers. So you just copy, paste. I don't know why it keeps going up. You bring it down. So we are on 15, right? So those are number of customers. So you just copy the format up here, go to paint, format paint, paste it here. So we don't need all this 000 number of customers. So you can't do anything here because it's dynamic. So you come back here, you remove the zeros, you just put it on numbers. The other one. Okay, because I put the comma, so just leave it as 997. Doesn't want to play ball. Then I copy the text under it here. Copy, paste. Number of customers. I know you might be tempted to write NO. Please always spell out your words. Please always spell out your words. The number of customers is large. Let me try and reduce it to accommodate instead of breaking. It's too small. Still too small. So number of customers, we can change that, but let's just continue. What else do we have? Top customers. Top number one customer. So we'll bring our number one customer equal to. So the number one customer, instead of picking the number, so we're picking the name now. Enter. So our number one customer is Shane Miller. So we copy this, paste it. I know it has gone up. Try to check if there is any question. So change that to 16. So I copy the formats here and I put it here. So if there is a gift for top customers, our guy will get gifts. So we just copy the text here, copy, paste. My colors might be ugly, so you can use your own color. Just like I'm in love with blue and green. Probably maybe I might change it to green. So I just feel comfortable using blue and green in my stuff. So this is top customer. So we are done with that. Let's try and align it. There is an alignment stuff. Like I said, I don't want to waste time. So that aligns. So that aligns. You can decide to reduce your own fonts if you want, but just make sure that it's readable. So that's that. So this is our call out numbers. So next we are going to be arranging our stuff. So I like the line graph first. So let's put this and see how it's going to look like. So this is my line chart. And next let's bring in, what are we going to bring in next? These are, let me bring in the sales manager and the sales rep below, since they're all individual performance. So let both of them come below to show individual performance because we're telling a story. So the sales rep most of the time reports to the sales manager. So let's just bring in the individual performance will be down. So these are, I think these are sales rep. Look at what I didn't do for sales manager. Okay, these are sales managers. So that's that. Then we have um products are doing well. Let's say the positive side first. These are the products that are doing well, and these are the products that are not doing well. Can see our charts are coming together. Let me reduce it so you see that our charts are coming together. So for here, I wanted to include a pie chart. I'm checking if you have questions. I wanted to include a pie chart, but let's see what we can call out to include a pie chart. Um, we can do segments. Let's look at our table, our sales table. So we can do region by sales. We already have region by sales, right? Oh, yes, we have region by sales. We didn't do a chart for region by sales. So for the region by sales, let's use a pie chart. So this is region by sales. Let's use a pie chart. So let me cut that and take it to our visual. So let me paste it here first. So for this one, let me bring the one that is showing all the old negative things that they are not making profit. So this is how our chart is going to be. So next is I would like to expand all these bars, so that you can expand it, you can leave it. Let's just expand it. And before we bring in our slicer on top and our headers, then our navigation buttons. So like I said, this we need to bring in all these navigation buttons. This is taking us to the raw data, this is taking us to the analysis page, and this is taking us to our pivot page. Let me see if we have questions. Do you have questions so far? Is the fifth chart upside down? Yes, it's upside down because it's negative. And it's upside down because it is negative. That is why it's upside down. Is below zero. That is why it's upside down. So we are doing bottom profits. So there are some items that didn't make, that there were losses. Do you understand? So those losses are in minus. So that is why you have them below. But we're going to bring these write-ups up. They're not going to be, we're just trying to align our chart. Then next now is to now work on them. So sometimes you might work on them before arranging, or you can arrange then work on them. Let me see if there's any other question I missed. Okay, no other question. So next, let me expand it and start working on them. Um, Let's do 150. So for this one, we're going to put in title, removing all these numbers. So let's do something. So I'm going to be hiding all these years, and so to hide this sales profit and year, right click on any of them. You see hide, um don't remove please, oh, hide all field buttons on chart. So it has hid, since we already have legend, there's no need for us to be having sales profits and all those things. Then if you want a call out number, if you don't want these numbers by the left hand side, you want them on the chart here. So you right click here, sorry, you click here, and they are called data labels. So you click on your data labels. If you want them this way, you click on it. Then you see an arrow in front of your data label. So if you want it in the center, if you want it on the left, if you want it on the right, if you want it above, if you want it below, if you want it like a call out and a box, I think the above is better. So now that we have the data label, let's go ahead and remove these numbers, because these numbers also talks about the data label. So we can't have two labels. So let's remove that. I think should they call that horizontal, but let's try. No, it's not horizontal, it's vertical. So now we removed our vertical line. So now we know that in 2014, so putting this one gives us exact number. So in 2014, there were over 49,000 sales and we made over 400,000 profits. Okay. Sorry, I did it the other way. So the blue line, this legend, the blue line identifies the sales, and this orange line identifies the profit. So we made over 400,000 sales and we made 49,000 profits on them. So even though there was a drop in the sales, we made over 470 sales, but we still made profit in 2015. So just like that. So you can remove that. Now let's add, what else do we need to do? I think it's okay. So we're going to add the headers. So you can decide to do, what do we call it? You can decide to do chat title. I don't like using chat title. Um I like doing text box. But before we do that, let's put them in a unique box just like this one. So I bring in inserts, and let me show you what I'm saying. So this box that is this box you're seeing here that has curved edges, that is what we want to bring in right now. So I go to insert and I go to shapes and I use this one. Let's use this one. This is the box. And you just draw it on top of it. So by the time you draw it on top of it, so let's just do, it covers it, right? Then you can just send back. Or let's remove the fill first. Or should we send back first? Let's remove the fill. Remove fill. Then because we're working with blue color, right? So I'd like to make this border blue also, the outline blue. So my outline is going to be blue. So it depends on you, because I just want it to be uniform. So you check it. If it's what you like, you can now send it back. Send back. So you see. So on this main one, I'm going to remove the border so that the chart is going to take on the border of this one. So I right click, I remove the outline. Is it outline? No border. So I say no outline, and I try to expand. I expand a bit, shift this one a bit. So let's remove this grid line. This grid line is confusing us. To remove your grid line, go to view and go to grid lines. So this is how our first chart manipulation looks like. So you give it some space from the first one. Um, so that is it. Can expand. Let me see if I can expand this one up. So you can manipulate your. I'm checking. How do you automate the callouts, please? So for the callouts, sometimes I don't know why my Office 365 is working. Is not working rather. So let me just quickly do the callouts here again, top here, so that you see it. So for the callouts, you can just put equal to um total sales has no value on the dashboard. Yes, because I expanded the screen. Let me minimize it. Once I minimize the screen, the total sales comes out. And because I want you guys to see properly, so by the time I expand the screen, it disappears. Have you seen it now? So it comes back up. So because I brought out the screen forward. I zoomed in. The word is zoom, English. Because I zoomed in on the sheet, so that is why it disappeared, because it couldn't fit in. Do you get? So let me just do one of the call out again so that you see, Basi. So for the call outs, I guess you understand how to the pivot table. So these are my call out values that I've done here. So let's do for total profit. So for the total profits, where's my visual again? So I'm going to just do it top here instead of going back all the way. So for the total profit, just put equal. So I put in a text box. So everything here I in a text box. So I put in a text box first. So put in your text box, you go to insert and you go to text box. So you draw your text box. When you draw your text box, you click inside your text box. If you put equal to in the text box and you go to pick your pivots, let's try. If it work, you go to visual, it doesn't work. So the equal to has to be on the formula bar. Let me see if it works this time from the formula bar. So you put your text box in. You put your equal to on your formula bar and you go to pivot. I want to see if it works this way before I did what I did. So it's not going to work. So you need to find a place. That is why I have them here. Because later on we're going to hide it. You can hide it or you change the color to white. Nobody will know what is there. So that is how it's done most of the time. Or that is how I do it. There might be an easier way to do it, but that is how I do it. So what I do is I pick an end part, the part I'm going to hide when I'm done. I just put equal to here and I go to the one I want to call out. Let's say still total sales first. I put in the total sales, I type enter. So it brings that number into here because that number is from the pivot table and the pivot table gets data from the gets information from the main data sheet, right? So whatever I change on the sales sheet, which is what we're using, is going to change on the pivot table and it's going to change here because I didn't manually type this number. So once I bring this number here, in my text box now, I click on my text box, I go to the formula bar, I put in equal to, then I go to that number I brought in. I type enter. So now the number is here. It means that on this text box, I cannot edit this number because it's dynamic. Do you understand? So whatever thing I have to do has to be here. And so whenever my main data change, it changes in my pivots. It changes here on this AE and automatically changes here. So I don't have to do anything. So once you get this number, you can now format it the way you want it. So you can now put your commas, your sign, your, like I said, I don't know why this system is showing there because mm, let me not say anything though, because this social media, but I don't know why it's showing there. So I changed mine to a currency because we're talking about sales and profits. So when somebody is looking at your data and you say total sales, the person wants to know what currency are you currently looking at, or what currency is this total sales on. So that is why we put the dollar sign. So do you understand now? So that's why I put in the dollar sign. So like I said, this data was gotten online, which I just tweaked a bit. Do you get? So in the explanation of the data, they would have said that this data set is from a company in US. So it's not as if your data set must have a dollar sign, just like your company. When they say, okay, when they are selling sales figure, because your company is in UK or in Nigeria, they don't have to put the currency there because they already know the currency. But if we are sharing it, if you finish analyzing and you want to share what you're doing online on LinkedIn or something, it's better you always put the dollars, the currency, let me also dollar sign, but because you might like Naira now, me, I don't like Naira. So you might want to put, so you just put the currency there so that the person looking at your analysis or your visualization will understand that okay, this analysis was done on a data in a data that was gotten from US or UK or Nigeria or South Africa or something. So that is why I put in the dollar sign there. So when you're done with the dollar sign, I think that's all for then the next is just for you to put another text box under here and you type in. So for you to blend with this initial color, you remove the outline. For you to remove the outline, just click on the box, the line. You see it's fill outline. Then when you click on that drop down, you see fill outline. Automatically, it won't have any line showing. You remove the line, it just blends into the color. Is that understandable? Did I explain it? So that is how you automate it. So let me delete that. So let's continue. So next we have to put title to our header. Like I said, some people might want to go for, and again, you can decide to remove the grid line. Let's remove the grid line here. Let's see. So now the grid line is off. You can decide to put title, what do they call that thing? Chat title. But I prefer text box because with chat title, you might not be able to be moving you might not be able to be moving it around the way you want it. Like here, I used the chat title. Here, this was a chat title. Was it a chat title? Let me see. Okay, it was a text box. This was a text box. So, but you might decide to use the chat title, but let's use the text box instead. So for the text box, you go to insert and you go to text box and you draw up your text box. So your text box might be inside or outside, depending on how you want it to be. So let me just copy the header for this text. Instead of retyping, we work smartly. Profit and sales and profits over the years. So just paste it there. Let me see if I can use the same color here to format this. Yes, I can. And let me see if I can use the same text. Oh, because it's white. Let me undo that, people. So let's increase this font size to fit our page there. You can just, so that it will align with your chart. Now, as you can see, it's up. You can't, there's no place for us to add the title. So we're going to bring them down so that we can add the title. So that there'll be space to add the title. I like adding title last thing. Should I group this one? Let me just group them. Why are you not grouping? What's wrong with you? Okay, there are three things there. Just don't do. So I have to pick three of them. One, two, three. Then group it. It's already grouped now. Let's just say don't group again. One, two. I'm trying to group it so that it's be easy to just move one thing. So instead of me moving my background and everything one by one. So I don't know why it doesn't want to group. So let's try again. Regroup. If it doesn't work, we'll continue. Okay. The grouping is not working. I don't know why, but let's just continue. I'm going to drag them down one by one. But if you want to group, just try and select the three of them so that I can move everything at once. I'm just trying to create space. Okay, now it's working. You see? System. Don't trust technology. So I'm trying to create space on top for the title because we're still going to add the title to it. So I can just put this in here. So we have black borders around. Okay, you're welcome, Bassy. You have black borders around this title. So I just want it to be blue also. Or we can leave it as black. It doesn't matter, right? Now let's just change it so that it will be uniform. So let's change, sorry, outline, English, outline, 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 no borders. They're the same thing. No English. So I change it to blue so that it's no more black. Then this one, so I can change the outline to blue also. I think this one is already blue because our team color, the team color I'm using is blue. So we are done with this one. We do the same thing with this chart here. So just a minute, let me quickly check something. I'll be sorry. Okay, so let's work faster now. We're already on by it's almost one. So let's move. So we'll do the same thing for this one. I'm trying to arrange them back. So this we're going to copy this, paste. Oh, because you see, because I grouped them. So I'm just going to ungroup them. I only want the background. Ungroup, delete. hope I'm not deleting my main chat. Okay. I got no one delete again. No. Okay. So let me just undo that. I don't know why it doesn't want to delete. So we don't want to delete. We take it to the side. So when we need it. Okay, finally it has deleted. So this is our background. So there's no need to do another one. So we duplicate this again. Work smartly. Just align this one. And then same thing you do for this one. Just align them. So for this one, we're going to remove this total. We don't need title head. No. So for the legend, we need data labels. And these data labels, should we put in a percentage? Because pie chart, sometimes we use percentage. So let me see if I can change this to percentage. Um, so I changed because most of the time I like using percentage with pie charts so that it to show, you have a whole of 100 to show how the splits are across the region. So this is what we have in the percentage. So call it outside and breastfeeds. No. So you can have something like this, or if we have something like this, then let's remove the legend. Then, hmm, then we'll remove the outline for this inner one, no outline. And please, if you don't understand, please let me know. This is I didn't do the sample for this for this visual I'm doing now. So this is my first time of doing this visual. So I'm going to be trying out what fits best. I know we have some intermediates on the call. So if you're an intermediate and you have a better version of arranging them, please let me know. But if you're a beginner, just listen. Or if you're a beginner, you can do this other charts. There's that one. So this one is just line and something like this. So you have all the call outs up here for this one. So this is what I did before, but I'm not really, satisfied with this initial one. So that is why I'm doing this one. So if you're an intermediate and this one looks complicated for you, you already have this. I think I sent out this. I will send out this other visual. I think I already sent it out. The simple one, then you can do it. This one is also easy, but it just requires you being graphic designer. So for you to remove this one, just right click on them and hide all field buttons. So all the field buttons are hidden so that it will expand. So when someone sees your pie chart, they'll know east had 35%, west had 47%, and all that. Then this call out, let's see if you can bolden them. You can change the color. So let me bolden them and increase the font a bit so that it will be readable. So you see now, east is 35%, west is 47, NA is 0 point something, so it just shows 0%. And we copy out our type 2 from here and paste. So for our title here, this our title looks ugly. We'll do something about it. So we can say percentage sales across region. 2017 percentage 2017 percentage sales or percentage um profits across region. So this my title looks ugly. For it to be uniform with this one that we have here, let's insert something. Let's insert this box so that we're going to have curve edges also. So I send it back, send back. For this one, I remove no outline. No fill. So no fill, no outline. So I bring in the shape now because the shape wasn't showing earlier on. I bring in the shape. I just want to see if it's going to look better than this other one. So that is how you play around. You have to be a graphic designer as an analyst. So I send back. I think this one, the edges looks better. I turn this one, the right up to white. I aligned it to the center and up. I think this one looks better. The curved edges looks better to me. So I copy, paste, I put it here. You know what? So I'm going to group them so that I'll just be pasting across. To group, click on the bar, any of the line, the shape bar. You click on the second one, you right click and you group. So once you group, it's easy for you to just copy and paste. So you just copy and paste across. So I delete this one off totally. Then so here was profit and sales, or sales and profits. We sales and profits across regions. No, sales and profits over the years. So that's that. So now we have a template for our, naming convention or the title. So we don't have to start. No question here. I like how today's class is quiet. So no, over here. So we'll do the same thing. So now we have our borders, our background is ready, our name is ready, and next just fly. So we'll remove for this one, we remove all the field buttons on the chart. Hide. Please don't remove hide in case you have to use them again. You hide, then you can expand here to fill it up. Then you remove the borders or the outline here, no outline. Then you can decide to Let's put in the data labels and see how it's going to look like. Can we expand this? Yes, we can. Format data series. So to format data series, let me see if we can. I can remember how to expand fill. So these are the borders, overlap, gap weights. So let me change this and see. Change this to 300 and see. Now 300 is small. Let's change it to 100. So while we're expanding these bars here because they were too small. So to expand the bars, you just come to click on any of the bar. It highlights all the bar, and you right click, and you when you right click like this, you see format series. So this is where I am. So this thing means you want to work with the bar. This one is for the color. So we're working with the bar right now. So you can also, change the width, these spaces in between, but I'll leave the width. So the bars looks okay to me right now. If you still want to expand yours, you can. Then I want to move this. I want the call out value to be on top. I don't want this. So I don't want this call out by this left hand side. So you go to axis and this is on vertical, remove the vertical. So once you remove the vertical, you put the call out labels. On the call out labels, you can decide where you want it to be, inside, outer end, data call out. No, that one is too much. So it looks okay. We can remove this total. We don't need the total too also. So let me call out labels. Center. Just trying to pick the right one. More call out option. So you can decide which one you want. So let's just leave the call out label as it is. And or we should just leave the ones at the back. We don't need legend. Grid lines. Let's remove the grid lines. Let's expand this further a bit and see how that looks like. Just expand and see. I think I should bring back that bar, that axis bar. Looks better. So we can remove these call out labels or we can leave it. So let's leave it for now. Let's remove this title. We don't need this title. Chat title. We don't need that. With this, let's see if we can extend it up. Yes. Then we'll just copy this and paste and we title this so we can title this, what is this? Product sales top 10 2017 top 10 products by profit. Let me check if we have any question. So I'm not just be talking to myself. So it's still good. No questions so far. It means we're all understanding, which is good. So I don't know what to do with this numbers, call out labels, call out labels. I think we should just leave the call out labels the way it is. I think this is better. So we are through with the first line. So next we go to this other, the below lines. So just extend this further because it's going to be more. So I just copy this and paste it. So first of all, you remove all these things. You right click. Come on now. Right click on any one and hide them. Then next you want to ask yourself, what do I want to do again? We're moving grid lines. So you click on your chart, remove the grid lines. Then next, what do you want to do? They look small. We can expand the bars a bit, right? So let's click on this bar, right click, format series, and let's take this to 150, the gap width to 150. So that is on 150 because it doesn't have enough space. So let's take this one to this is on 150 already. What about this one? They're all on 150. This is on 150. So let's try and put it on maybe 100. So they're on 100 right now. Can we still bring it down further? So the lower the number, the more bigger the bars. So this is minus 27. Then put this on 50 and see. Still small. So until you get the desired size you want, you can keep on, manipulating it to see which one works for you. That is thin. So let's leave that at 30. No. So this one is just the spacing between each bar, and this one is the bar width. So let's put this one at 30 and see. I think it's okay. So let's remove the borders here. Sorry, the outline, English outline, work outline. So that's that. We still have to bring it down for the title. I think that looks better. No questions so far. So let's keep on going. You can decide to change it to, let's see if we can change this chart to a bar chart. So change chart type. Let's change it to a bar chart and see how it's going to come out. So this one is like this. I think I prefer it on being a column chart. Column chart was better. So change chart type. Let's change it back to column. Column chart is better. I don't personally, I just like column chart. So that is it. We align it to this top one. So you bring it here. So there's no, if you have call out numbers up here, it's going to be too much. So you just leave the numbers by the side, and let's bring everything down. Let's bring everything down so that we can have the headers up. So this is sales rep. Top 10 sales rep. So there's no need to put um by sales or something. So just put top 10 sales reps. Sales rep means sales representative, the people selling the products to consumers or to end users. It might not even be end users. The people selling the product might be distributor or a retailer or something. People selling the products. So that's that. So the next is this one, our sales managers. I don't know if I'm too fast, but I feel that this class is easier than the last class because this one is just graphics design. Graphics 101. We hide all chat buttons. So those are chat buttons. We don't really need chat buttons. And I love since we'll be removing grid line. So it's better your stuff are uniform. So since I'll be removing grid lines, so I remove the grid lines here also. But for the legend, I leave the legend because so that it will be understandable. So that when somebody sees a blue color, the person that is central or east. But if you want to move your legend, you can still move your legend though. So I remove the legend and you see this border here. So we have to move the outline, make it no outline so that we don't have two outlines to be confusing people. So that's why I remove the outline so that only one outline will be visible. So I click on it and I go to outline. Once you right click, you see outline, you see fill outline, then you click on no outline. So on the no outline, as you can see, our chart is already ready. No too much manipulation. So you just copy the title and you paste. Let me quickly check if we have any question. No question so far. Good. So this is top 5 sales managers. So this is top 5 sales managers, and we are done with this. And let's even look at how our chart is looking. Let me minimize it. Can see it's coming out nicely now. So the next one we are going to be doing is this last one. Copy, paste. We'll put it in this box. Make it align with the rest. So let me increase this again. And first thing you do, you hide the field buttons on the chart. Next thing you do, these names, let's try and bring them. Let me see if I can bring out this call out on top, which I normally do. Since we don't have minus all the time, let's see. Change chart type, no. Collapse, no. So let me see. So let's move grid lines first. Chart title, we don't need chart title. And this names here, filter, format access. Okay, let's go to format access. Text access now. Just 1 minute. Labels. say, I'm trying to bring the chart up. So automatic specify unit interval. Put this one on 50 and see what it says. Then we undo that. So that's one. Distance from axis. Distance from axis is just I do 180 degree. Does it work with degree? No, it doesn't work with degree. Just 1 minute. This was 100. Okay, I think this is it. Yeah. Okay, that is it. So what I did was okay, what did I do? What did I do? Where are the bars again? So you click on the label. Once you click on the label, you go to just you go to the bars. On the bars you see label. On the label you see label position. So high. Before it was I think before it was next to axis. So now it's on high. So why I put it this way so that you don't have the names, you know which one is the names and the bars don't cluster together. So that is why I was looking for how to bring them up so that you know which one to tackle. So that is it. And what next? There's a legend there. Let's remove the legend. But right now, I don't even like how it is because it's giving space here. Well, let me remove the legend first. Let me bring it low instead of high. I think the low will be better. So to me, the low is better. So that you see on the call out number, let's see if we can bring in the call out number too, instead of giving it back. So that is the call out number, that is the data labels. Center, no, inside, no, inside base, no, outside. So it's very clumsy. So we're not going to use data labels for this one because when you put it in, it looks very clumsy like the other one. So I think this is it. So next we're going to remove these borders or this outline. You click on it, you see outline and you pick no outline and that is it. You can decide to expand here to fill in more spaces, expand here to fill in more spaces, expand a bit. So let's increase the bars. So let's move this one to 150. We can still increase further. Let's increase the bars further, make it 100. I think that's better. Then next is our title. You make sure that your spaces are uniform, at least close to being uniform. That space was too much. Increase it. Then because of that, we can increase what we have inside the box also. Then these are 2017 bottom 10 products. So let me just copy this. Copy and just paste. And instead of having top, I change it to bottom. So I have this. So pick that. I don't know why that one is not changing, but let's see. Control 8, since my mouse is not working. So I put it on 24. Are we on 24? Yes, on 24. So that's it for our charts. We are through with the charts. So I bring this one down. So let's do our heading and our slicers. We can still bring this down, or I can just raise it up so that the names can come in and our slicers. So our name is what's our title? Sorry, title, not name. So just sales reports. So sales reports. So you can decide to just type in sales report, put in text box, or you can decide to bring in shape. So I don't even know which one to do right now, but let me bring in shape first. So this is the shape I used. Can I type inside shapes? Yes. Some people put text inside text box inside the shapes. But let me say sales reports. Then let's increase the font size. Increase this further since it's a title. So everything aligns. So that is sales report. Then I bring in the slicer. What do you want? What are we using for the slicer? See, our stuff is taking shape. No questions so far. It's good so far. Let me just check our Telegram group and see. Okay, Ronnie. Ronnie said she'll catch up later. So this is sales reports and it's time for a slicer. So let me check what I use for the slicer. So for the slicer, I used sales order dates and I also used I think ship mode. So let's bring in these two slicers in. Let me show you how to do slicer. So for the slicer, you go back to your pivot table, and on the pivot table, there's a place for slicer. Let me see. I just close this one. Pivot, no, pivot analysis, or okay, insert slicer. So for the slicer, you can decide what you want to pick for your slicer. So this is so you just go to pivot and pivot table analyze and you see insert slicer. On the slicer, you can pick what you want the slicer to be. So I want my slicer to be ship mode for this one, and I click OK. So this is my ship mode for my slicer. So I just cut it and I take it to my visual page, paste. So this is the first one, and the second one is my order dates. So that when they pick the dates, they can just see anything in there. So your slicer can be anything. So I go back to my pivot table analyze, and I go to insert slicer and I pick order dates. Okay. So this is my second slicer. I cut that. I take it to my visual page and I paste it. So once you paste it, you have to connect it. So to connect it, just right click. So because when I'm saying connect, if you click on the slicer right now, okay, it's already connected because I just turned it on. But if you don't turn on your slicer, you can just click on the you right click, you pick reports connections. So on the reports connections, as you can see, it's only sales rep. When I was clicking on it, only sales rep was changing. Let me close it again because I did the slicer on top of the sales rep. Remember, I picked the slicer here. I did slicer. So I clicked here and I did pivot, analyze, and slicer. So it's only picking this table to filter. Slicer means filtering the table. That's slicer. So it's only pick the sales rep table to slice. As you can see, it's only the sales, no, that table is changing. So for it to work for the other table, You right click on it and you click on reports connections. I don't know if it's tiny. Reports connection. So on the reports connections, you pick everything. So I pick all my tables. So I pick all my tables and I click OK. So once I do that, once I click on slides, I can see everything is changing. It's filtering everything for me. So make sure that if you don't connect your slicer, it's not going to work. So now we do the same thing. I align it to the top here. So I just align it. So once you align it, see, you can scroll down to the one you want to pick. I do the same thing. I connect this one also. So to connect, you right click and you go to report connections and you pick everything. Just pick everything. Just keep on going. I think I missed one. Yes. Just pick all the tables. Now, if there's a table you don't want the slider to work for, you omit it. So I want the slider to work for all the tables. So I click OK. Once I pick OK, I just try to align it to my table here. Can expand it so that it just align. Doesn't look aligned now. No. Bring this one down a bit. Take it up. So our table is looking nice. We are looking nice, 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 nice. So let me increase that. So now we have done that. Next thing we want to do is to do the navigation. So when you sign this report, instead of them coming to tap, 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 so you have to bring in the navigation buttons, which are all these ones. All these things I got them from the internet. So I went to, let me just show you what I did quickly. So I went to Google, I put in pivot table icon. So I went to pivot table icon, I went to images, and I'll just show you quickly then the other ones. So you pick what what pertains to you. As that when I was checking, that was what I saw. So if this is what you want to use, this first one, if this is what you want to use, you just right click on the image and you save the image to your PC. So I just say download. Then because it's coming with a white background, I go to remove engine. So remove background. So on remove background, so you want it to remove that white background for you. Upload image. So you look for your image that you just brought in. This is the image. You click OK. Then it's processing currently. Now it's done. Then you download it. So now your image is ready. Your pivot table image is ready. Then you go to your Excel to import it in. So I go to Excel. I go to, is it that now? Pictures. This device. Remember, it's saved. It's saved to download. So on the download, this is it here. I click OK. So you resize and you put it down because it doesn't have any background again. So it's taking the background of your shape. So you can put it here and just put a text box here, pivot table. Or you can just leave it like this. So just like your LinkedIn icon, if you want to link your LinkedIn here, you can put your LinkedIn icon here. They'll just click on it to take them there. So for this one, once the shape comes in, you right click, I think hyperlink. Let me see if I can hyperlink from here. Okay, you right click link. Once you right click, you see link. You see link place in this document. Don't go for existing or web. Place in this document. So when you click on place in this document, you see all your sheets, pivot, visual, reps, and everything. So for now, I want to link it to pivots. So I click on pivots, I say okay. So now it has linked to my pivots. Please don't mind my system. I don't know what kind of update is thinking. So this icon now links to my pivot table. So I click on it, it takes me directly to my pivot table. Do you understand? Now somewhere on the pivots, you can do here, top here, you can write something like back to visualization. Back to visualization. So once you write that, you highlight, you right click, or you right click, you see link. So link in this place of the document, visualization. So now you've added a link to your visual. You get, so when somebody comes to your pivot, can easily click and go back to your visualization. So that is what I did here with all these icons here. So next, I'll just copy this icon and we'll move ahead. Can I copy this icon? So I just copy this icon instead of going back to the web and moving the stuff again. So I paste. So once I paste this icon, I will link it. So this is my analysis icon. So this is my, oh, this one is taking me back to my other analysis. So let me just undo. Okay, this one is already linked to analysis. I don't want it to link. Wait. So which other icon is there? I have also a raw data icon. So I bring in my raw data icon. This is my raw data icon. So I just copy it. Then I go to this one and just paste it. Oh, still picking this one. Let me copy it again. So I copy the raw data icon. I go to my other sheets and I paste it. So this goes to the sales sheet. So like I said, your icons might be LinkedIn, GitHub, or anything. So it's just, and when you can go ahead and do the same thing I did here. So back to visualization, let me just copy it. I copy that, I go to the sales. It's not a must you put it in this sales version. Let me go to the analysis one, then I paste it here. So this is the analysis that we did last week. Then I just click it back to visual. Then this your title bar here is empty. So you need to put like attractive. That should be also attractive. So you need to put like an image there. Also, always advisable to put an image is a sales report, exchange of money. So that is why I use this icon. So you can decide to use it. You can use this icon here, this money icon, this money growth icon. So it depends on whichever icon you see on the internet that tells a story. So I did the same thing. I removed it, had a background. So I removed the background and imputed that. Then for the sales, since this one is talking about sales, I'll bring in this sales icon. This is like a sales icon or a profits icon, since most of the things we're talking about today was all about profits. So that is it. Then, okay, we extended this one too much. Bring it in here. Can still bring this one down. Just align this one down and align this one down. So because of that, we have more space down for our charts. So that is it. I think we're done with our visualization. I think it's more better than this other one that we had. I don't really like this one. I think I prefer this one. This one looks more. If you still want to add more image, you can add. Let me bring this number in. So any question? Any question so far? Let me check. Any question so far? Do we have any question? We're done. Any question so far? Basi, do you have any question? Mohammed, do you have any question? Do you have any question? Ronnie said she'll join later. The network is giving her issues. Do you have any question? Ian, do you have any question? I still remember your name. Peppered something. Do you have any question? I think no question. Should we do the LinkedIn now? Okay, nobody's answering. So probably I'll drop the recording once you can go through it at least for the next 2 weeks to see how it goes. And if you have any question in the 2 weeks, let me know before I drop the group. So let me check. You're welcome. So do you have any question? Any questions so far? We are done with our visual. So let me just so we are done with our visual. Then we can hide these other ones that we don't need. Okay. So since there are no questions, that is good for me. My total sales keeps disappearing. What do I do to this total sales? Okay, I know what to do is up, break it down. Twenty. So we're good. I just want to take a screenshot of this report and put it in the group chat. So, so that's it, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I'll drop this. I'll drop the visual in the group chat. Whichever one you want to do, that will be easy. And yeah, bye. Thank you for joining.